Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and California Democrat Senator Adam Schiff. He just stuck the knife in the back of his own party and twisted it. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. And if you're not watching us on YouTube, please visit that address in the lower right-hand corner. It's youtube.com/@explainamerica. And when you get there, please hit subscribe, absolutely free. It really helps us out. Adam Schiff will never be mistaken for somebody who loves Donald Trump. In fact, he's done most of his fundraising, got to the Senate, and did everything in his career in the past few years basically off of hating President Donald Trump. And so it's weird when you hear him say that his party did wrong, when you hear him lambaste his own party, when you hear him say there's a lack of direction inside the Democrat Party. And he said this after the Democrats' behavior, which was abhorrent, at President Donald Trump's speech to a joint session of Congress. Normally this is called the State of the Union, but because it's his first year in office, it's not a State of the Union. That'll be next year, but it's the same thing. Well, their behavior was abhorrent, not standing for a child with cancer, not standing for families who lost loved ones to illegal immigrants, not standing for somebody who got into West Point after his father passed, and that was his dream for him. It was just a horrible display. And only a few Democrats broke that mold. They looked horrible, and even Schiff had to say it here. Now, Schiff goes on, of course, to excoriate Trump and really tell lies about him here in this particular interview, which I'm not a fan of, but Schiff lies. That's what Schiff does. And so, we had to get back on track with that at the end of this, but it's a really interesting listen. So I want you to watch this video and let me know what you think in the comments.
Joined now by Democratic Senator Adam Schiff of California. Senator, thank you for joining us this morning. There's obviously been a lot of hand-wringing over how Democrats treated the State of the Union address. Let me read you what your colleague in the Senate, John Fetterman, had to say. He called the Democratic response a sad cavalcade of cell phones and unhinged petulance. It only makes Trump look more presidential and restrained. We're becoming the metaphorical car alarms that nobody pays attention to, and it may not be the winning message. Does Senator Fetterman have a point?
Well, I think the lack of a coordinated response in the State of the Union was a mistake. And frankly, it took the focus off of where it should have been, which is on the fact that the president spoke for an hour and 40 minutes and had nothing to say about what he would do to bring down costs for American families that were watching that lengthy address, sitting at the kitchen table, hoping that he would offer something to help them afford a new home or pay the rent or afford health care or child care. There was nothing in it for the American people, and that's where we need to keep our focus. I was just listening to your guest precede me, trying to explain that these tariffs, these on-again, off-again tariffs, are not about trade. It's a drug war, but next month it's a trade war, but now it's a drug war. It was incomprehensible, and he was also trying to say that job numbers that came in less than expected are somehow good news. They're destroying the economy, and they're making it harder and harder for Americans to afford things. That's where we need to keep the focus. That's why we lost the last election, because we weren't laser focused on the high cost of living. And what they're doing now is just making it so much worse in the administration, and that's really what we need to emphasize.